Hi guys, Aaron Dorr here from aarondorr.com, and as you can see from our website, we like to feature videos that you can use, that you can look at to figure out more ways to be an effective activist at the local or state level. Videos are a fantastic way for you to get the word out to the members of your organization to help them also then take action on behalf of the issue that you care about. One of the groups I work for, all the groups that I work for, my daytime capacity for the Second Amendment fight in states all across the country, feature as many videos as we can get out there to our members, usually through our Facebook page, first and foremost. Sometimes we'll post them on YouTube. We can email them out to our members and things like that. But for the most part, Facebook is the way that we do almost all of our videos, again, to inform, educate, and then mobilize our members to action. Of course, Facebook videos are nothing new. You've seen these done for a long time now. However, there's a couple key things that you need to do to make sure your Facebook video and all of your videos aren't worthless. We've all seen lots of very substandard videos out there, and for the most part, after a couple seconds, you simply turn them off. So to maximize the impact your organization can have with your videos, avoid these common mistakes, these 6 mistakes that most organizations seem to make. Number 1, having no tripod. You've all seen videos out there with someone holding their phone by hand, or they've got a selfie stick out there, and after about 18 seconds their arm begins to waver, and all of a sudden that camera starts to shake. And maybe it's not quite as bad as we're doing here right now, but you know what I mean. You get a headache very quickly watching that, and you turn it off. So for heaven's sakes, spend some money and buy a tripod. I've used lots of tripods in the last couple of years, and if you buy a $5 tripod, you get what you pay for. So spend some money, get a heavy-duty tripod. It's going to last you for a long time. You'll love it. The second mistake that most organizations and activists seem to make is not having a microphone. And I can tell you, having tried this for far too long, that shouting very loud is not a substitute for having a decent microphone. For heaven's sakes, for $15 on Amazon.com, you can get a really nice lavalier mic, and it sounds much, much better. Without that microphone on there, it sounds very faded, it's hard to hear, maybe it's raspy or has a wind tunnel noise. You know what I mean? It's very annoying, very aggravating. You want to hear what they're saying, but you can't because they're too cheap to spend 15 bucks and buy a stinking microphone. So go to Amazon.com and buy a microphone. If you want to, you can buy a wireless microphone as well. And yeah, it costs a bit more, but you have a lot more options when it comes to where you can stand and how you can move with a wireless microphone. So check that out as well. Number 3 is a bad camera. You know, cell phones work good for videos, but a lot of times if you're going to shoot a couple videos or you need to do a couple different takes on videos, you need to have a camera for more lengthy productions. And you can easily get a camera that's too cheap, that has a very poor quality lens, or shoots in too low quality, and your videos look that way when you post them online. Facebook is optimized to take the highest quality videos that you can record, and so getting a subpar camera will do a very subpar production when you go to actually post your video. You can get a super nice camera for 500 bucks. You can get a Cadillac camera for 1,000. So take some time, research the cameras that are right for your organization, and don't be afraid to spend some money on a nice high quality camera for your organization. The fourth mistake to avoid that most people seem to get wrong is consideration of your backdrop. We've all seen videos that look like someone's, it's like a bad scene from the Blair Witch Project. They're like moving, or they're running, or they're in like a broom closet, or they're in their mother's basement, and it just looks weird. So take a few minutes to figure out what you're going to have for a backdrop before you shoot your video. Today I'm standing, for example, in the Iowa House of Representatives. It's a very august building, and if you're an Iowan, you know when you see a video on the Iowa Gun Owners Facebook page exactly where I am. This is obviously the Iowa Capitol. People can tell. It's got the chandeliers, it has the pillars, and it's a very beautiful, ornate building. So consider that when shooting your videos. You don't always have to be inside, but again, make sure your backdrop is engaging. Make sure it makes people curious to know what's going on. And more than that, for a political organization, your backdrop means that your members will know, hey, these guys are down there at the Capitol right now fighting for the cause that I care about. And we use the moniker of, pulling back the curtain, and showing them what's happening in real time in the fight for the Second Amendment in the State House. So it's a really good way to kind of boost the interest in your videos. The fifth thing to avoid is poor lighting. And I can tell you, having done this for a lot of times over the years, if you don't take the time to figure out some decent light for your videos, it's going to look very poor, as you're going to see here right now. With all the light turned off, it just looks bad. My eyes get sunken in, there's lots of shadows. The light does a lot of problems when it comes to this video. Now, it's easier on my eyes having no background light, but having some good lighting is essential for a high quality video. And I'm happy to say you can do all this lighting stuff for maybe a grand total of $300. And that was back then. It could be even cheaper these days. So spend some money, get some lighting. It's super cheap, and it's a great way to maximize the look of your videos. And the last mistake to avoid is no action item. We've all seen videos with lots of passion, lots of information, but if it doesn't close with some action, your members are going to be left wondering, well, okay, that's great. Now what do I do? So you want to make sure and end every video with some kind of action. Maybe that's emailing the committee chairman who is blocking your bill. Or maybe it's emailing your own state rep or state senator telling them to co-sponsor your bill. Maybe it's a request for fundraising to help you run part of your program for your organization. Whatever it is, when you finish your video, have something for them to actually do, to take action to advance your issue. So if you avoid these 6 mistakes, no tripod, no microphone, bad cameras, bad backdrop, bad or no lighting, and no action item, you're well on your way to having high quality videos to mobilize your members to action.